Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining in tonight. Lovely Thursday. Friday, if you're that far over in the world from here. Thanks for joining in. We're going to do some more Lynn's Island tonight. Have some fun with that. I want to say hi to Xbox. Hi, and Eric. Thanks for joining as well as Moding Tanuki and Jason. Glad to have you all on. And Jenny, thanks for joining in as well. And yeah, we're gonna do some more Lynn's Island. I feel like we got a nice little look at it last time, but kind of I want to do more building on my house, my little villa. I want to work on we might do some cave exploring a little bit more, because I did upgrade something last time. I can get some more upgrades. We got Timmy, who's been patiently waiting for this, which is actually, it got messed up, I guess, at the factory or wherever it was being made, because it's kind of, they didn't coil it right. It's got a little bit too much of this one here and this one here, but he don't care, do you? You want this? You want this? This is your snack for the stream. You ready for it? You want it? You want it? Say yes. Yeah. You want it? Like, I'm handing it right to him, and he sips it and is like, wait, yeah, I want it. You want it? Yeah, okay, take it. He didn't want to get it from that end. He wanted it from the side. Hello, Sanchez. Thanks for joining in. Hey, don't forget that piece there. Under your chin. Look, right there. There you go. Had that one piece hanging out like right there. I didn't want him to miss it. So I trust everybody is alive and well and healthy and having a good week so far. Timmy's having an alright week. I think he's just glad it's not like a bad storm right now. It was rainy earlier. He got worried, but it's fine, right? And he don't care. Let's dive in, do some Lynn's Island. And there it goes. All right, so we're back at my little house, my farmhouse, which I have, increased the size a bit. Still getting used to the whole I can't see everything. Even when I'm walking on top of it, it didn't show everything. So I've got food production, blueberries, watermelon, and bananas. Those bananas. I got my flower production going, so I can, sell flowers for money, for the gold coins, because that's a big thing in this. And yeah, that's it. I got my sword. My upgraded sword. I need to get some stuff going. And let's say there's pickaxe and a hatchet style. Both of them had like upgrades. So I feel like I need to do that. Check. Oh yeah, clay. I could do clay. That's right, because I could sell stuff. Since the resources all respawn, including stone and clay deposits, I can actually go and sell that. Now I gotta get used to the timing again. Hey, Felonious, thanks for joining in. Got over an infection, so now it's cold and snow and ice outside. Well, that's about, half the country right now, I think. Half the U.S. Jason's up in Canada. I'm sure that's pretty much the same half the year there. Surprising that bit of stone there is not harvestable. I bought eat some food. Once again, I did that last time. I didn't really pay attention to my food meter because it doesn't sit there like, oh, you're starving. Oh, like you're, you know, dying kind of thing like other games. Which it's kind of nice. It's not going to annoy you, but at the same time, I don't want to like just fall over dead because, hey, I wasn't looking and I starved. A little warning that you're getting hungry would be nice. It's just a tiny warning, maybe. Well, like screen getting a little darkened or something like that. I take flowers, because flowers can be sold. And I don't have to work on those. Oh. There we go. I was wondering how I went past that. I did see the recent update that came out like a week ago, the Pagoda update, which we have the new Pagoda buildings, is one of 3 they have coming out very soon. So we should have another one, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks coming out for this. That will add maybe some more building styles, decorative building styles, maybe some new items. I would think at least one of the updates would add some kind of new tools, weapons, armor options, something like that, you know? I would just think out of, if you're going to do 3 of them, they're not all 3 going to be, you know, building and decoration style updates. I would think at least one of them is going to have some kind of like quality of life, farming, food production, something like that kind of improvements at least. Or combat stuff, too. Minus 38 again tonight. Wow. I'm glad it's not that bad here. It got up into the 60s here today. I mean, Fahrenheit 60s. But then, like, tomorrow or Saturday, it's supposed to be back down to, like, highs of, like, 30s. All because it got snowy. Or it got very rainy. Oh, yeah. I need to... one thing I don't like about this, having to come here to do this part, is swap out real quick. Gotta water some plants before everything dries out and my crops are no good. How's that? Trying to remember how to do the controls on this. Oh, yeah, look at that guy. All 4 of them that time. Yay. I'll save some effort for later. All right, and we're going to go back to... You know, I didn't have to do that. I got to remember... some kind of odd way of doing some of this. In terms of, like... how you assign things or reassign things to your toolbar. Got enough snow to climb over the fences at school. I would say that's time to like take a break. You know, do the remote learning thing. All right, kids, stay home and we're just log in. We'll do class online today. Back when I was a kid, snow like that would be like snow day. You're staying home. And you get to, you know, play in the snow. Now it's, all right, you're staying home and you're going to have to do class online. So there's no snow days anymore. Really, it's just, yeah, you're going to do class online. It's not a snow day. You get to stay home, but you still got to do class. Kids will never get to experience that again. remote learning is horrible. I mean, I can only speak from my past experience, which was not so much remote learning. It was college, and the class was entirely online. It was a psychology class. You know, it was like I needed an elective. I was like, you know what? I'll do or actually, I think I used it as one of my science credits. But I did like psychology. Yeah, sure. Okay. It'd be kind of interesting. Learn about Freud and such. And the class being online was literally, you have to join in the discussion once a week. You have to post at least once on that chapter, the week's chapter, in the discussion board. Now, you could be active in the discussion board, or you could just be like, I found that, you know, Freud's thing on this, strange, you know, and I mean, because of this, you could like literally just do that, and you got credit for the participation part, and then everything that was like, I think 10 or 15% of the grade, and then the rest was midterm and final, and that stuff you had to do in person. You had to go to a, you know, designated testing location, take the test while they had somebody there observing, and turn in. And I crammed. I just like, all right, you know, it's the week before the midterm, week before final. I will study each day, and I basically just read like the summary for each section in each chapter, and then the chapter end where it like summarized all the key points. I was like, it basically gave the cliff notes in the textbook, and I was just like, I'm going to study this stuff, and I aced both the midterm and final, because it was, I mean, how hard can you make it when everybody's expected to learn online, you know? And it's not the same as learning in person, where you know you're not getting distracted by something. So yeah, I just don't see how remote learning is going to work long term. Especially, it's supposed to be worse for the teachers, right? Like, it's harder, or well, I know at least at the beginning, you're suddenly like, oh, schools are closed, we're doing remote learning because we don't want to, you know, get sick, kind of thing. Being suddenly told, oh yeah, you got to figure out how to make your lesson plans work for online. I know there's a lot of teachers that were like, just here, watch these YouTube videos, and that's the assignment, you know, using stuff like that, because they didn't know what to do. They didn't have anything prepared for that. I guess now probably most places have had a bit more time for people to adjust, but still, it's gotta be a pain, you know, just do that remote learning. I know it went from like, oh, you just have to like check in at some point, like say you're here, like show you're there, like on audio chat or something like that, and it was okay, to now like the browsers require you to be on camera to get credit. It has to have a webcam, it has to be active. And I know for testing that would make sense, but apparently like a lot of them are now doing that for the classes in general. Like, you've got to be active where we can see you on camera while class is going on, otherwise you don't get credit for being part of it. Online is hard for the kids' mental health. I mean, well, overall, you know, not having that social interaction is going to cause problems in the end. I mean, that's, I mean, say what you want about people like bullies and such, you still need that kind of engagement, you know, to develop social skills, to understand that when you're a child, you know, to learn that kind of stuff. And going remote learning so much is definitely going to hurt on that part. And also, you know, how much more now do kids go online and learn their social skills just by talking to people online? Not even so much of like dealing with people in person anymore, but it's all online. You know, that's way different than it was when I was a kid. That was not an option when I was a kid. That was, you know, very, very limited options in terms of how you interacted with people online. Man, all I want to do, I don't want to buy anything like that. I got 65 coins. Let's see. Did the backpack upgrade already? Is there another backpack upgrade? Like, did it unlock the next one? Yes, it did. Increases inventory slots to 500, but no extra inventory slots on the toolbar. So it was 150. Now I'm 200 in each inventory slot. And that will double it to 500. So that's a pretty big bump. But I'm not like, it's not that bad right now. That's better when I'm like going out doing my dungeon crawls. Who was it that had... Somebody had weapons. I remember that. I'm not talking about the druid guy. Or somebody, some weaponsmith. Yeah, remote learning. That's why, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the idea of like Coursera, Skillshare, things like that. I was actually going to get a Skillshare account, but now it's like, as I keep just digging, like being very specific in my searching, I'm finding so much stuff through YouTube, education-wise, that, I mean, yeah, you guys filter through some stuff, but even having to filter through the junk out there, when you find those channels, those creators that do a good job of explaining something and providing good value, you can learn so much online now without even having to, I mean, you just gotta watch ads. You don't have to pay. Of course, you know, showing support to creators is good. But yeah, you go learn tons of stuff, you know, through just, you know, YouTube channels. So remote learning is going to help to a degree. Once you are, I'm not gonna say it's like once you already know something, more when you know how to learn. That's part of what really is school when you're young. It's not about learning science and math and, you know, the Pythagorean theorem, because you're going to need that in life. It's about learning all these different bits of information and learning how to tie pieces of information together. It's about how to actually learn to and take the information you learn and use it. Yes, you're not, most people are not going to need to know the Pythagorean theorem again. They need to know how to pay taxes and such. But that doesn't change that you need to know how to learn, and that's really part of what school does for children especially, is they're learning how to absorb that information and not just passively get it, but put it to use. That's really what you need to do. So the remote learning, I just don't know how well that's going to work in the long run for that kind of thing. You're not able to, it doesn't have that hands-on feel as much. And so I think it's going to be more detrimental with the kids, the younger kids, than with like teenagers on that. Canada's bogged down the connection. See, I would think up there in Canada, you'd be all right, because you get like fiber in a lot of places up there. You're fishing while watching the stream. The Gamer, hi. Thanks for joining in. Glad you enjoyed the Subnautica mods series. The only thing Jenny found was a boat. Well, sometimes all you need is a boat. What is it? Iron spear, iron hammer. That's the weapons. I don't need the weapons. I need the tools. Iron axe. That's what it was. I need the iron axe. And I only have 4 shards. That's what it was. I need to go buy some iron shards. And I can do that if I ever get out the doorway. I'm gonna take my torch. my everlasting torch stopper. And we'll go buy. Hopefully, I got 65. I'm hoping that will cover enough metal shards. Oh, they are kind of pricey on stuff here, but I'm hoping that will provide what I need. I think it's here. I want to say, is that it? Salvaged metal, coal, iron shards. All right, so I can buy 5 for 20 gold. Kind of, again, pricey. But I got enough. I can make an iron axe, which will give me a nice little upgrade over the iron hatchet. Which seems a little weird there. Is you're not going from like iron to something else. It's not iron. It's not like a wood hatchet to an iron hatchet. It's not iron hatchet to a platinum hatchet. It's an iron hatchet to an iron axe. So you go from a little choppy thing to a big choppy thing, but it's the same material style. Crit resource bonus, 15%. Okay. Oh. Whoop. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a much bigger choppy thing. Let's do the choppy thing with it. Choppy thing. Let's do the choppy thing with it. Look at that. Done already. All right, got some wood. Still can't believe you don't have storage in this. I ain't gonna worry about those. I need a lot of iron shards and salvaged metal. The rest of that I can handle. Not a problem. Sleep. Save. I'm tired using the torch. Okay. I got the sickle scythe thing, but you know what? I ended up accidentally taking out some of my melons last time doing that, so I'm not going to do that again. And I don't even feel like I gained anything on that. Like, I'm not sure I actually, like, have a net on my, my return with that. Doesn't seem like I actually made that much. There we go. Let's go spelunking. That sounds like a good bit of fun right now. You have fiber op, but not everywhere. Yeah, that's the problem. Most places like fiber, they don't run it underground. At least not around here. There's always like aerial installation for that, and then everybody's got coax underground. That's because it's like coax is more durable, you know. But at the same time, a lot of fiber. I mean, they're gonna have it where it's wrapped in a very thick sheath to protect it. I don't see why it's like that big of a difference, other than, of course, it's gonna be kind of pricey to, I guess, have to replace it. Because fiber is expensive. You know, it's glass. Might as well. I can at least go and sell the stone. Make some money with that too. Alright. We'll come back to that. So we'll do some exploring here. Alright. That's coal. I probably could use the coal. Oh. There's another one, but I just got this one. Aha! There we go. I do like that you switch back to like the sword or something like that away from the pickaxe, which has to have you, you know, go to two hands. You switch back. I do like that. It goes and says, "Oh yeah, you switched. We're gonna get the torch out automatically." I do like that. That doesn't make you have to put the torch back out intentionally. Oh, okay. Oh no, it's not good. Oh, I'm just making this worse. All right. That's right. I got the higher ground. That actually worked. I was thinking I was gonna have to like turn and run very quickly after like the first couple of swings. I've never used a hatchet. I've used a hatchet. Only time I've ever used like a woodsman's axe. It was not to chop wood. It was like one of those little things like you're trying to get it into a certain spot on a target. Throwing it like a overhead type of heaving motion. There actually is an axe throwing bar that opened near me, which I never knew that was a thing before it opened. And I still don't see how that's a good idea to be in there imbibing alcohol and decide to throw an axe at a target on the wall. But those are more like hatchets, not like lumberjack, woodsman's type axes. I'm not noticing the resources I harvested over here respawning. I wonder if it's like I have to spend more time in here for them to respawn, or they don't respawn in the cave. Oh. I'm going to sell some supplies before I get to where I don't have room for anything else. Plus, my food plummeted after trying to feed myself to get my health back up. Yeah, I have tried. Oh, I need to sell clay too. I wasn't like, I didn't take a class or like training course, but I did work with an engineer one time who was like, here, I'm going to show you how to do fiber optic termination, and showed me how to do it out in the field. And we were sitting there, and I mean, it was, man, the pain and frustration of that. If you don't get it just right, if you don't get it clean and then keep it clean Because if you get a smudge in there or something's not done right, it'll throw it all off. Man, yes, that's frustrating to do, to get it lined up right. And now, granted, there's stuff that, like, if you pay the money for the really high-end stuff, there's the little gadgets that will basically put it together for you. You just, like, slot it in. You just got to clean it, get it into place right, and then it's like, oh, snap, done. You know, super easy to get that kind of stuff. And that is not what I dealt with. And that's why there are people that will learn all that stuff, besides the fact that it costs so much to learn fiber optics. To learn how to do that stuff. So much trouble to learn how to do that stuff. It's also the cost of the equipment to do that. The stuff to validate that it is working right. That's why people who will do those in like emergency situations, the ones that the fiber's been cut and they've got to go in and take like a trunk like that big of like hundreds of fibers and resplice it like straight through, you're talking $1,000 an hour. I mean, you get somebody out there that got to splice $1,000 an hour, you know, all these fiber lines back together because somebody cut through it or, you know, something happened. And it takes them like 12 hours to do it. I mean, that's somebody just made $12,000 in a day doing that. Granted, it's going to be frustrating work, irritating work, but still, $1,000 in a day. Pretty good. Nothing works because of the cold. Well, you know, maybe old Elon will get his Starlink stuff working great and everybody can just have good satellite wireless. I don't think it's still not matured enough for that to work. Satellite's just always been a problem. I mean, no matter what they advertise for you, speed-wise, they never tell you about the fact that you're going to be stuck with a lot of latency, which is going to really affect your speed. Simply because your signal is going from Earth up into space and back down to Earth somewhere else. So, the way it used to be, satellite providers were at least around 12 milliseconds. Or 12,000 milliseconds delay. So 12 seconds of delay on most connections through satellite providers. Think about that. Like, that means the time it takes for you to, say, google.com, 12 seconds for the information to get there, information to get back in most cases on a lot of the satellite providers. That's how bad it is. Just because of where everything's going. I hope Starlink works, but I don't have high hopes that it's going to work that great. And you know what? Let's get my scythe, sickle, whatever it is, out. Because all my flowers are good. Wow! Look at that. That's much better when everything has already grown in. Yeah. Like that. And you know what? I'm going to do that. Let's see. I want build. I need a bunch of stone that I just sold. Okay. No, more clay. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab what I can. That should be a good number of coins right there. If I just sold everything, I will go, of course, replant. I want to spread out. Lots of flower growing. That makes me some money. Why would I just sell? You know what? I'll come back for the clay. I need stone. And that stone is not good enough. Oh, yeah. $500 a month right now, but Starlink will eventually get cheaper as more satellites go up and more people get on it. That's kind of the thing, is there's a lot of cost to absorb right now. And yeah, upgrading old lines, I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't go, if you're an internet provider, and say, hey, by the way, we're gonna upgrade all the lines to give you better service, but we gotta take the lines out first. People go crazy. It's like, how long am I gonna be without internet? So they gotta upgrade the lines by basically putting new lines in right next to the existing lines. And then, take out the old lines. Sometimes they don't do that. Sometimes they'll leave the old lines and take them out the next time they do another upgrade. I know in places where we've had companies go and run network cabling, it's like, do you want us to take the old cable out? Because it's extra labor cost to do it. Because they got get everything done first with the new cable, and then they go back and pull the old cable out. So if there's a problem, you still have the old cable that's functional for the moment. So a lot of times it's just, nah, we'll leave it. Leave the old cable there. And then, of course, I don't know how bad it is in Canada, but I know, like, U.S. Xfinity, AT&T, and Verizon are the three big ones that will push anybody else out that they can. I mean, they will. I worked for a smaller ISP years ago that is now, went bankrupt, had to close because, every time we would do the surveys and get information for an area to go in and say, there's people that want high-speed internet here. We're going to set it up. We do all the work for the infrastructure. And as soon as we announce we're rolling out, AT&T or Verizon would come in right after that. But, they did all the work to figure out there's an interest in the area. Now we'll put our stuff in the area and cut them out. How am I interested? How knowledgeable am I with the Starlink? How it works? I am not at all knowledgeable. I just know, from a general network standpoint, how things are going to work, and that, of course, it doesn't matter. I mean, how many hops you have in the thing is no different, really, than like how the internet works here on Earth right now. I mean, if I connect from here to a server in London, it bounces through one router to another until it hits one that sends it over one of the big trunks of fiber optic cables under the ocean, way down there on the floor of the ocean, across to Europe, and then spreads out from there. So Starlink's going to be similar. You're going to have the relaying between one point to another. So, like, you say you want to communicate with somebody in Hong Kong, instead of going across cables that are strung over land and underwater, you're going to have it say, you got to relay to here, to here, to here, and you're going to have so many hops for the data to transmit. And still, you got the worst part of it, when you send your data to it, and you send your data back down to Earth, you've got that time delay of it traveling back, like, out of the atmosphere and back into the atmosphere, which is what really slows down satellite so much, which is really where the delay comes into play on satellite internet. Let's see if I can get 2 of these. Yay! Did it. All right. Get that going. I'll have water these both. Apparently I cannot hold the watering can and the torch at the same time. Not sure why that's a problem, but apparently that's what it's doing. All the red. And one... oh. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. That's a lot of red. Oh, let's do some yellow. Yellow. I don't think I'll have that many of the purple. But I know I need to make sure I get plenty planted because there's some, like, recipe I saw that something I have to make that requires that or something I need that for to unlock. I think is what it was. Back. And, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go, ooh, there's some stone. Starlink is at 550 kilometers. That will make a big difference in the latency, which is the only way you're going to get satellite to even ever be relevant well enough. You know, nowadays, I mean, once upon a time, satellite was relevant because, like, oh, there's just no internet access anywhere nearby. But now there's so much internet availability all around the world. Satellite is more for, like, the really remote places, and if they get enough of those satellites out to where it works and the speed works well enough, I mean, you know, it's gonna make a big difference. But it's the same as, like, is there Google or Facebook? Somebody had the idea they were gonna string up weather balloons that would stay up in the atmosphere and have basically wireless access points. And that was going to be the way to do widespread network. You know, widespread internet access. And I can't remember if it was Google or Facebook that came up with it. But one of them, that was the thing. They were going to do... It's basically weather balloons with, like, wireless routers. Dino overhaul. What's the difference with the Dino overhaul mod, Jenny? Refined mace. Who thought a big old mace could look so sleek? Stab, slash, bludgeon, mine. Okay, so I can use it to mine. All right. 50 iron shards, 5 lavender. I'll get the lavender taken care of. 10 dark essence. I have 23 dark essence. All right. And a light. What the light stone? Rare magical stone found deep within the caves. Ah. All right. I'm going to have to go look for some light stone. And shard. I can buy the shards. I'm going to have to go find the light stone. Oh, actually, I got other food options. What's my... Bananas! Look at that. Bananas. 18. I'm going to save those because... Oh, I got some passion fruit. I got some grapes. Forgot about those. Yeah, I can find blueberries while I'm wandering around. I'll come back to that. I need, let's make a shield if I can. I could do the shield. I'm gonna do some more combat. More fighting in there. I don't want to know what that mod does, okay? As I take it, then that is something naughty, something dirty. That you, if you don't want to share with the class, Jenny. 10 iron shards. Okay, that's and then, oh yeah, I gotta get 50. You know what? I'm gonna go. Oh, those are growing in. I'm gonna leave those as long as it doesn't dry out. I can leave those. I'm gonna let them all time in together. Ultimately, I can always go in and sell all the extra food I'm making too. You know, it's just more money. Just give myself up. Oh, 200 bananas. I don't need that. I'll sell some of them. It'd be fine. Then they'll add something like special recipes that, oh yeah, this is so much better. You need like 10 bananas to help make it. And I won't have enough. And, oh, I went too far. So there's 2 crossing spots. The one with the path, and then the one without the path. One without the path just a little bit more up from, you know, along the river than that. I'm getting used to the map now. At least this area. Way more dinos than normal. So it's not that the dinos are overhauled, like they are stronger, faster, better. It's just that it's like really crowded. Okay. To a degree, I can understand there's gonna be some cases where, yeah, you want a lot going on because it's gonna feel more realistic if there's just like a lot of creatures in an area. But then there's other places where, you know, I'm pretty sure it would not have this many creatures living right in this area because there's just too many large herbivores for the food to be sustainable, too many large carnivores for the herbivores to stick around, kind of thing. Yeah, give me your dark essence. Totally not meant to sound bad or anything, but it kind of did, I guess. Be taken the very wrong way. Oh, that might be the same pillar or a different pillar. Doesn't matter because I am working away. A lot higher level. Oh, like 454? Okay. I want to say, if I remember seeing right, is it 300 like the highest level for a dino? Or is there... Or is it like they can go as high as you want, it's just it takes longer and longer to do it. Sometimes they vanish. It's not right. It's not a magic act. This is not Harry Houdini meets Ark. You don't want the dinos to disappear. You want them to stick around. That's like kind of the whole point. Oh, it's a new mod. Okay. So not one that's been out for like a while. Like S Plus, Structures Plus has apparently been around for quite a while. And then there's like a fork off of it too, which I tried it. I didn't have any better luck, anything special about that one that made me like say, oh yeah, this is the one. All right, I'm gonna go up this way. Oh no, he's got the high ground now. Ooh. I apparently already turned that on. I think I remember where this was. Or at least which pathway I used to get here. Ooh, yeah. Okay, yeah, all right, there's that one. So I looped around. That. I slashed him while I rolled. I'm not sure how I achieved that, but I apparently got to slash him before or as I rolled on that guy. Yes, give me stuff. As long as it's not like that other spot where they were swarming me from the spawning point. I mean, these guys won't be a problem once I have some better utensils. There's really no like lamp post or torch things over here. You found a 163 parasaur yesterday. Hi, Cheyenne Ahmad. Yeah, islands that have nothing but carnivores definitely don't make sense because, like, I mean, I guess they eat each other. That's all it is. I mean, carnivores don't have to eat herbivores. You know, they can eat other carnivores. Just makes things very aggressive. Jason and Jenny both gotta show off their membership roles. Xbox is back with electricity for everyone. Everybody's power bill is now paid by Xbox. Or something to that effect. I think that's what he's saying. We'll go the other way out. Not the way I came this time. The way I went to find this originally. I think I know how to get back. It's just this way. Yeah, right there. That's it. So I found a loop around. I'm sure there's like another offshoot somewhere in the other direction. But I got too much stone. I got a lot of coal. I'm sure, you know, I need to do some stuff. Like selling some stuff. Like out. What is that? What? It looked like a wall. Like the blueprint thing for like a log wall or something sticking out there. It wasn't like, oh yeah, you're talking like that. It doesn't look like that. It looks like a wall. That like the bush there highlights. That looks like it's highlighting like for me to build a wall. A very skinny wall. All right, everything's still nice and watered. Wait. Blueberries right there next to my place. Surprised there's not a way to put like my item, my toolbar item away, like my sword. Like I'm just walking around, got a sword in hand. They're not worried about that. Nobody says, hey, put that thing away before you poke an eye out. You know, same thing like pickaxe. Like, oh yeah, I've been out working. Well, so I'm gonna go flaunt it to this kind of like elven chick. guess dryad, druid. I don't know what kind of. I was going to flaunt that I've been out mining all day. What's it? How much coal do I have? 39. I need that to light things. So I've got 14 iron shards. It was like 10, I think, was the what I need for the shield. 50 is what I need for the upgrade. I know that. And there's tons of limestone all around, so that's not a problem. All but 50. We'll do that. All but 50. Yeah, about like that. Keep it. At least I have some if I want to go ahead and build something real quick. And okay, I know there's got to be something to do with you. Hello there. You're a knight. I see that. Knight Guinevere. Got the nice house that I cannot get in there, so you're hiding something. No, we know this now. Obvious. Coming soon. I don't have 2,000 coins anyway. I can't get in that way. Says that. Passion fruit, blueberries, banana, wheat I haven't got yet. Grapes I got. Bread I'd make from wheat. And pumpkin I did not bother with yet. Backpack, clothes, and magic. Okay. Well, that's the clothes. Ooh, lightstone. I can sell for 30. I can't buy for 30 anything. I want to buy the lightstone. 191. I'm not far off from actually being able to buy the new backpack. There was someplace else though that had like weapons. I swear I remember seeing someplace else that had like more weapons. I thought like an armorer, blacksmith type of guy. Not the blacksmith because he's just like he's got the one weapon. I swear there was like another one somewhere. That's all. Hi, old sled. Thanks for joining in. It's funny because you know you don't have school tomorrow because of how bad the storm is. Well, I mean, it depends. We talked about that earlier before you could join in that, you know, it's not like it used to be. Now, you know, it used to be, oh, snow day, no school. You're just out of school. But now it's, hey, guess what? Remote learning. Get online, do your classwork. Fugu Flail does mining. Bludgeon, okay. And then Bait and Chop. Crit resource bonus 10%. That has no crit bonus, but it looks like it will mine. That will do 100% on Chop. That's 100% on Chop. Crit resource bonus 15, so I've got better on my iron axe right now for that. But the Bait and Chop has better attack on two things, and you see the damage will range from 7 on the iron axe to 6 to 8, and critical 9 to 12. So I either have, you know, either way I get like I can buy it and you know, use a flail for chopping down a tree. But I know that is, you know, it's either predictable or not predictable. You know, I know I'm going to get this damage with the axe versus variable damage. I'm not even using the axe to fight anyway. I remember there's this guy that's like the games guy. That's just a random bed. Oh, hey. Yeah. Guess I should check around for barrels, too. And more flowers. Just come out here, steal everybody's flowers. Oh, I hope they add that later. I hope that becomes something like we can buy or unlock it and station somebody there. I hope that becomes a thing. Pirate Barg. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Let's look at my sword. Same stats on that, but 6 to 9 damage. That's 7 to 12. High speed, low knockback. That's better than my sword. And only 80 gold. I can get it. Let's see, there's the other, okay, the other axe. Crit resource is really high, but mine has a better damage type to it. Also, look at that. Normal damage is 5 to 16, but critical hit damage is 8 to 26. And it's got a very high speed. And if I just use it for harvesting, that should be able to potentially make harvesting go a lot faster. That's an interesting difference right there. You know what? I'm going to get the sword because I know we got to unlock like more stuff anyway. And it's like there's that unlocks thing. Oh yeah, look at that. Haha. Okay. I got a sword. You don't do remote learning. That's the way to do it. Say, no. We're not going to learn. We're going to take a day off. We're going to relax. And, oh, there is a guy to buy wood. Fantastic. Can I chop down trees right here? And just start selling stuff back to you? They don't seem to care. It's going to grow back, I swear. Your heater isn't working properly because of snow and ice. I mean, even if your heater's not working properly, there's... First thing first, put yourself in a smaller enclosed space. Kind of the idea behind how an igloo works. You're only having to heat a smaller area. Makes it work a lot better. I mean, like... The room I'm in now has got the door closed, and with the door closed and the heat coming out from, well, me and Timmy and the PC and all that, it's actually pretty comfortable right now. Oh. I was letting myself starve to death again. I wasn't paying attention. Gonna chop all your trees down and sell the wood to you. And make all my money back that I just spent. I knew there had to be somebody that would buy wood, but at the same time, I was kind of thinking maybe that was the point of me getting the lumberjack later. I just have a guy who can produce wood, or I end up turning around selling it to that guy. I don't know why I'd hire somebody so I could sell wood to them, but... Oh, I was hoping to smash the barrels. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's practice. Oh, it got a special ability, too. Doesn't look like much of a special ability. Nice little finisher spin, though. Honestly, you know, right now, based on the gameplay so far, I feel like the relaxed part of the game, the, you know, the stress-free build, relax, farm, fish kind of thing is doing pretty decent. You know, it's fairly well developed. They've obviously gone ahead and put stuff in to place for that. It feels so far, granted I haven't gone that far down, like there's just not enough incentive to be worrying about the dungeon crawling aspect. Like, yeah, I might find some stuff, but the dark essence is super cheap. I'm not going to really make much gold off of that. I mean, like right there, just chopping trees, I did pretty well. It seems like there's too much incentive to not go into the cave, you know? Oh, look at that. Xbox getting that taken care of. You just... Jenny! Xbox beat you to it. Let's get my... Oh, yeah, gotta get my watering can. Gotta check. I gotta re-water the plants before I can go do anything else. Gabriel, thanks for joining in. I mean, I just care about having people who are interested in chatting and hanging out and, you know, having a good time. I'm not worried about having that many people, just because the more people, the harder it is to actually talk to people watching. Oh, no, there it is. It looked like I wasn't going to get the spot I was standing on, but it finally did it afterwards. It's almost like there's a watering value that it soaks into adjacent squares. If you have enough, it just waters the next one over, like the water kind of spreads. It's almost what it feels like. Because it seems almost like all of the other ones got watered, and then it was like, oh, well, there's enough extra to water this one. When I have 4.76, that's a very specific number there for that. And I don't know if they'll make it to Subnautica 5. I feel like they get Subnautica 3, that might be like they're done and they're like, let's move on to something else. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I could build a shrine in the game for that. I mean, I have seen, and I never offered it because I didn't want to like feel like I was just trying to incentivize in a certain way for people to do memberships, but I have seen people who did that where, oh, support me on Patreon by at least paying $10 a month and I will add your name into the, like, they build like some tower and it would have all the walls covered in lockers, the wall lockers, so they could put their names, like put names on it. And they literally would just be like, yeah, if you pay at least this much as a patron, your name will go in the tower during the build. And it's like, okay, and then, you know, I'm gonna make the game save available, download, whatever. I'm like, cool, but that's almost, to me, it felt like it was a bribe to say, give me money. And I would rather just say, like, you know what, if you like what you get, if you like the content and you want to support making the content, then great, thank you. Here's some benefits as a member, but I never wanted to feel like I was doing something like that. So that's one reason I've never like really gone full bore into building any kind of thing like a shrine or something like that. I feel like I need to get some more growing areas done for the food. Even though I'm just doing the blueberries right now. I feel like I should balance out at least the same on both sides, or at least get one more. I've got 3. I could do at least 4. Look at some supplies. I need plenty of wood. Which, anything I don't use, I can sell. It works for me. I'm so glad I found that. Let's just go around chopping trees. Turn around, sell the wood. While I wait for my flower farm to grow more and more flowers, and then go sell the flowers for money too. Oh, there's an advantage of getting wildflowers. You know, the axe is actually working pretty well as far as harvesting, even on the shrubs. I mean, 2 hits, which is 2 hits there. The sword does 7. The axe did 5 and 4, or 4 and 4. But that's still enough. It looks like it's like, I guess for the fiber, the shrubs, it's 8 health. And the axe was enough to knock them out. So almost to the point I could just dump. Well, in some cases, maybe not as good, but not use the sword at all for harvesting. Just take the axe around, swap that out, and just use the sword when I'm actually going into like a combat. Your friend that has the money for Xbox, he had time. What? I'm not sure what you're saying there. I know you mentioned it on the stream that you're gonna buy it for him by selling stock to do it, which is a horrible reason to sell stock if you've got good stock in your, you know, account. It's better to save the stock and wait for it to the price to actually go up well enough. But you're saying he had the money, all he's got to do is take the time to get it. I mean, just go get it. Alright, let's find my way back to my house. What? How? I know I got that watered. Oh, looks like I got some blueberries ready to harvest just in time, too. Oh, actually, you know what? Do that scythe. Because, I mean, all this is ready to harvest right here for these, at least. One. I missed one. All right, just make sure. Then we got the banana plants. Okay, that's torch and back to that. Got some food. I had the sword away till I decided to take it out, and now I can't put it back. He won't be able to get it because of snow. Well, I mean, you know, he should have got it earlier because then he'd have something to play while stuck at home because of snow. Unless, of course, you know, stuck at home without power. I mean, I would like a snow day because, I mean, I don't have to stay home and worry about school. I'm staying home. I don't have to work. And as long as all, like, you know, business clients I'd have to deal with are shut down too because of snow, I wouldn't have to worry about doing any kind of remote support. I wouldn't have anybody calling saying, hey, we need your help. Because I did have that happen. The last time I actually got a day off for snow, that happened. I was, God, I would say it might even be before I started the channel. Because I was playing Warframe. I remember that. That was when I was still really big in Warframe. And I was playing with a buddy. And we were in a run. And got a call, and it's one of the fire departments that I helped handle for my job, and they had no network access, and they're like, we've got reports we got to get filed because we just had some incidents, and if you can't make it because of your vehicle, we'll pick you up. You just tell us where you live. And I said, I'll make it. I will make it. Because I don't want you to know where I live. And I did. I at least made it to work and got what I needed and went and took care of it. But yeah, that was the last time I had a snow day, and it got interrupted halfway through the day, and I still had to go work. Because they had there's one of their main switches went out and had to go replace it. That's not the kind of snow day I want to have. Let's see, what was it? I need the... Well, this is even for harvesting. It says mine 50%, but it's not even for harvesting because there's no harvesting bonus. This is just a weapon. I gotta go get that fancy light shard. Is that a light shard? No. How do I make that for my house? I mean, that was nice. Okay, 208 even after earlier. Okay. 208. I need 350 for the next backpack, which just gives me more room for storage overall. So what is it? Sapphires. I don't even know what I'm using the sapphires for yet. Ice lance. It's quite expensive. Once wielded by a great snowman warrior. Well, that's fitting. Distresser rapier. Next thing you know, it will be lose your eye followed by your right. Okay. Golden Norse shield. I haven't even made a shield yet, but that seems like a better option for me. Slower movement speed, though. So it's just those three. Yeah, I'm hoping at least one of these coming updates has a... maybe has some more weapon options for us, you know? And I already looked at those. Yep, okay, I guess I've covered everything. Let's go do some exploring in the cave. And I'll come back, hopefully, to some ready to go flowers. If the Bengals win the Super Bowl, I have to give you 27 cents. I don't have to give you 27 cents just because you say I do. I didn't make any kind of bet about the Super Bowl. Better go ahead and get this. My resources are respawning. Alright, that will probably be ready to harvest by morning. Says maybe one more day. I think should happen on this morning, though. It's pretty close to when the blueberries matured. I think. I could be wrong with that, but I think it was pretty close to when the blueberries matured before. But we'll go try this out. I got food. I got a bear sword. You know, not a shield, but I got a bear sword. I don't have that sword, the one that's right there in the picture. I got my pirate sword. And we'll go this way. And go back around here. Oh, no. Ooh, oh. Well, at least I still survived. I didn't like fall off and die or something. Ooh, that was a nice easy one right there. Oh yeah, that makes a nice difference. Okay, so that's the loop around. I want to go back this way because there is that nest. I'm gonna call it a nest. So I feel like that's probably what they're actually called. That was spawning all those little murlocs, murloc-looking things. Wish we had like a ranged weapon. Like some crossbow or something, just real quick. Pop a shot. Oh, no. There you go. Might get hit by, you know, more than one of them, but if you get them grouped together, you can get that not AoE, but it's kind of like AoE. It's, you know, it's, you're getting damage to a bunch of them at one time. All right, that's enough. I'm about dead. And my health is not replenishing quite that fast because my food level is 5. Yeah, I would like to see some kind of ranged weapon. Something like that. Not, I mean, there's a spear type thing. I'm assuming that's got a little bit better range maybe, or, you know, different attack style. I mean, like, switch to like a crossbow or something like that would be a nice little change. You know, maybe, never a fan of the idea, but like a throwing knife type of thing. You have that as like a special ability that you can stack with a sword, and it's, you know, hit him with a knife, and then you have to retrieve the knife back from the target. You know, there's a few options there. And I did not actually do any mining while I was there. Combat sound effects remind you of Titan Quest. Talk about like the hit sound or like the creature sounds. Oh, I see a barrel too. I'm gonna grab. I like at least my health does increase fairly quickly. I mean, it's not like insane healing, but it's not like some other games where I'll be playing for another 15 minutes just to get myself to slowly regen my health all the way back up. All right, see ya, Xbox. Don't freeze. Okay, wow. I thought the flowers would be done, but they're not. Let's take this one out. Well, that tree just exploded. Okay, let's I keep wanting to hit B for build, but I know I can't do that. You know, I'm actually gonna stick with the same look, even though there seems to be like no difference in stone versus wood versus whatever in terms of like capabilities. That's just all about the look. There we go. All right. And I thought I said I had passion fruit. Yeah, I got passion fruit growing on lattices. Okay, so I can't grow it like this, I guess. Grapevine growing on lattices. All right, so I'm gonna have to have a lattice for that to work. So I guess let's go buy a pumpkin. Or buy some pumpkins so I can have those. Oh, yeah. I'll expand my food production a little bit further. I think once the next flower pack harvest, I should be able to buy maybe the new backpack. I don't know. Depends on how much I make in the meantime. I could always just go chop a lot of trees down and start selling the wood and gathering all the stone and everything. Let's see. Oh, is it up here? Yeah, let's buy some pumpkins. Took a break for fishing and arc. 2 alpha raptors and 4 regular raptors. That is not a good time. Unless you got, like, you know, a much, much stronger dino that just laughed it off. So the creature deaths were especially reminiscent of, oh, you said Titan Quest? I can't say I recall something that closely for it. I don't know, maybe they were inspired by it. Maybe they just ended up making some that are very similar sounding. Alright, I'm healed up. I'm not sleeping. I'm trying not to sleep and just keep going, because every time you sleep, it resets stuff for that, it seems. That's when, you know, and I'm not gonna find clay inside there. It seems I never see clay. I see stone and coal. So I get some clay for trading. I'll grab stone here. This is... Yeah, I haven't seen anything in the cave regenerate. So, not jumping at selling my coal yet. Because if it doesn't regenerate, then at some point I'll end up buying coal if I need it. So I'm going to stick with the idea of just selling the stuff that I can get that keeps regenerating on the surface. Did I notice if there is an audio engineer in the credits? I have not looked that closely at the credits. I mean, it's possible they might have got some, like, basically stock sounds just to get things started. And then can always, you know, upgrade later with new sounds. I mean, it's not unheard of. I mean, how many times in a movie or even TV show have you heard the Wilhelm scream? I mean, I used it in my intro for a while, long ago, because I was like, you know, that's like the thing. You know, every Tarantino movie, I think, has had at least one Wilhelm scream tossed in there somewhere. Oh, it reset without me sleeping. Okay, maybe it just reset over time. Alright. See if I can lure you away. I'm breaking it. Ha 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 ha! Destroyed your home. There we go. I knew there had to be some lights around here. Oh, two nests. Not cool. Woo. Oh, I got some gold coins out of that one. There's no mining up here. There's nothing up here. Okay, well, all right. Yeah, this is, to a degree, it's kind of like Diablo type of thing, but it's not like you're just going and there's constantly monsters. There's not enemies like just everywhere. It's like you're just constantly walking and bam, there's an enemy. Bam, there's an enemy. You survived because you ran away. That's good right there. Look at that. Oh, did I forget something? Did I not pick it up? Yep, I left some scrap metal. I am not going where I can't get back up, so... I'm hearing some interesting creature sounds. And I can't tell if it's a new one or not. It kind of sounds like the little Murloc looking thing. Oh. Oh, haha! Yeah, that's not happening right now. It's like as soon as I climb up, I won't even get off the ladder, they'll be hitting me. Oh, what? Ah! Oh, good. I would take like a little bit of damage. I'm just gonna taunt them by like harvesting this right in front of them. Yeah, I need to go back because I'm about to be out of room for stone. This is a lengthier trip. Yeah, let's get this. This is coal. I see the stairs there. gotta make sure. Oh, I've got some metal. Maybe this is a metal thing. Yeah, oh, stone and metal. Okay. Yeah, but I'm going back. And come back later. So, okay, that's not that way. There we go. Yeah, I think the, I wasn't really like, oh man, I gotta have this backpack because 500 storage space in each item. But, you know, coming down here and finding all this stuff, that will definitely help let me do longer trips as I get deeper and deeper. Of course, again, none of the stuff seems to be respawning, so it's not like I'm going to... maybe that's an intentional thing. Don't respawn the resources in the cave, so you're not like, oh man, let me harvest all these again. Oh, I didn't make it any further because I filled up my inventory again. So maybe that's an intentional thing. Ugh. Alright. At least the torch never burns out. That's one nice thing about it. I don't have to keep making torches all the time. Check everything. Oh, that stuff's drying out. These are. Well, that's not. Nope, the bananas are ready. Okay. See a little bit. It didn't have a. There's no like sound effect to it, like I was hearing with stuff. But yeah, it looks like the bananas are ready for. Oh, there, I hear it now. And all those are, that might be what I'm hearing there, is that's all ready to go now. I was like, those were going, and then I watched as these started to sparkle. Call it sparkle, it's the twinkle kind of thing. So I think those are about to start hitting. Get some bananas. It's also, yeah, I'm not gonna say it's better or worse, but I'm gonna say it's refreshing not to have a game like this focused around experience points too. You're not worried about how much you're trying to level up to get certain abilities unlocked. You know, it's not like, oh, you gain experience so you get better at doing stuff and you gain magic abilities. It's just, you buy better equipment. You know, you move along. You get better with the controls and such. It's just a straightforward, you get better because you actually are getting better and not just unlocking like more strength or this or that. And I don't know why I didn't just go ahead and swap out to no, we'll just do that there. Swap to this. Let's see, give me a weapon. And really all it matters is harvesting stuff. Okay. Let's see, we'll do red, red, yellow, yellow. Again, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing lavender for one of the things that I needed to, like, for making something. Actually, torch, yeah, torch. No, that's right. I had that, yeah. So there we go. Blueberries. Can I? Let's try a light. I need a light inside, but I need one. Okay, so small. It's a light post though. That's the thing, is it's not really meant to be like an outside, like inside lamp. It's a light post. Like going outside. But whatever. I'll just put it there. At least it fits. Oh, man, my water's getting low on those now. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we got 195 gold. I'm pretty sure I have enough in the way of flowers, plus the wood, the stone, all that I can just turn around and do some selling if I want to. I feel like I want to build some more on the house at the moment, but I might need more clay. I just had to hit it with my head. I mean, you saw that. I just had to bump it with my head, and it worked fine. Yeah, let's go back to the berries. Okay, let's build. Ornate building is what I'm doing right now. Railing. Where's the trellis? I don't have a trellis. I know I saw a trellis on that other building that's already there. Am I out already? I think I am out. All those shards and I'm out. That, I'm definitely going to be spending money on that. That's definitely going to be one of the things that I buy a good bit. Is probably buying metal shards, since I'm not getting a lot of them. Alright. I cannot leave that thing on the chat there. I'm just going to turn the chat off. Probably have to leave the chat off now for a while, because we're getting spammed with too many of these bots coming in with these, you know, go to this website thing and get your computer hacked. Just because you hide it in chat doesn't mean it hides it on the screen. So they just have to leave the little chat window thing off for now. Alright. That's a bit. That's not a lot, but it's a bit. I can do some trading. Okay, I'm gonna wait and come back before I just sell the rest to get 5 more. Because I get a lot more for that. I'm getting 5 gold for the flowers. Why the flowers are so good to be making so many plant growing crops for those. 350. Oh, I thought it was 250. That's 350. All right, I'm 50 away. That's fine. I can make it. Oh. Snack some more flowers. Yeah, the easily renewable stuff is, of course, going to be sell for 1 gold. Stuff that's just going to be all over the place. And then the rare stuff, flowers, a little more expensive. Even though you can grow them, they're going to fetch a little bit higher price. I need 17 more gold. Now I know how to do this. That's not nanners. That's nanners. Okay, sell for 4. See how much is that? Sell for 5. There we go. 354 gold. I can upgrade my backpack just like that. And no more upgrades right now. Okay. So I have maxed out my backpack, at least as far as this place. And that's with me buying the new sword earlier. So I could easily got the backpack earlier. So yeah, 500 on each stack now. And I still have a good bit of bananas and melons. I still have that stuff. I gotta go find. I've gotta unlock the next level of the workbench. That's why I gotta do that. So I gotta unlock the workbench. I'm gonna need a bunch of metal shards. Ballistic boy, you made it after a long drive home. Yeah, if the flowers didn't grow quite well, it seems like I get a pretty good amount from the flowers. Like, I'm not sitting there getting like a couple. I'm actually getting a good return when I collect the flowers when harvesting. Yeah, it almost be to the point of just some of the food crops, just growing them, because the melons were sell for 5 each too. And if I just did all those same crops as watermelons, I'd have food and I'd have crops to sell for money. It's just, I don't think I get as much in the way of the melons as I do with the flowers. Spam is a versatile foodstuff. I mean, sure. I mean, same time, chicken is versatile. I'd rather go with chicken than spam. At least Jason just spelled out spam in a spammy type of way, as opposed to just, you know, trying to post like a link to Monty Python video or Monty Python GIF. Oh, bees! Ah, bees! I wonder if they're gonna add any kind of like power type technology where you can generate power and use it to do stuff like auto to a degree, like not harvesting the crops automatically, maybe having like a person, like we got the lumberjack hut, maybe I hire somebody as a gardener to handle some crops for me. But I wonder if they're gonna add anything like that, like you can have a water pump to handle watering your crops, like in a sprinkler kind of system or something like that. Spam and eggs are awesome. I would do like I mean bacon and eggs or something like that. I would do spam and eggs. I just can't go for spam. There's plenty of healthier options. Oh, see well, there's that barrel there, but there's another one up there. Oh, hey, another little one of these side islands. Oh, that's a new beast. And my food is low. Not happy about that part. Ah, he ate his own friend. I'm swapping to my nanners. They don't give me very much in the way of health, though. Got him. Oh man, there's another one there. All right, I know what my goal is before we're done. I know what kind of thing that is. Try melons. Nope, that didn't make much of a difference either. Come on. Lure them out this way. Little pitsies. I mean, that could be interesting. I don't know if, like, pitsies... I mean, we've got, like, druids and what looks to be kind of like a dryad type. Some kind of elven, like, person. Depends on how you look at elves, you know. What style. Like Lord of the Rings or green skin, kind of like, you know, something like that. You know, like Santa Claus elves, but I don't know. Woo! Oh, I think he still hurt me somehow. But coins, okay. I was expecting something a little bit more interesting. Yeah, okay, some shards, yeah. I was thinking maybe more like some kind of specialty weapon or new unlock. Oh, magic equivalents instead of electrical system. I mean, I guess that could kind of work. I don't know to what degree. I'm not saying necessarily like it has to be electrical. I mean, it could just be like some kind of water pump system, you know, instead of a well. Like you run a thing from the, well, I'm assuming sea as opposed to maybe ocean. Or something like that just generate, or you replace the well with like a water, like an underground water pump, and it just pumps up, and you have like some kind of add-on to help automatically water your growing areas in a certain range. I mean, we didn't use electricity in no place like home. There was no like electricity, but we had a sprinkler system thing, or you know, you could put sprinklers in there to automatically water the crop areas within a certain radius. So I don't think that would be too out of place in this. But again, I mean, yeah, there might be some kind of thing like magic direction that they want to go with on this. I mean, this is very early access, just came out in November. But they did just release the Pagoda update right before I started playing, and now they said that's one of 3 updates, new big content update. So we got some more. Who knows? They may add some more stuff for that. I really think they need to add some more combat related stuff, as far as like maybe armor or something like that. Some kind of, I mean, I don't see him wearing some big knights type of full armor suit, but at least some kind of like you put on these like armor pads or something like that to help protect you. And I don't know what to do with these. I don't know if we can do anything with those right now. I'll chop you up. Everything else is gone except for that one. All right. Yeah, go back. Good job. You can swim it. And I know there's another bridge I saw last time that I cannot get it to let me repair it from this end. So it's like I gotta explore out and come from the other direction, or it's just not implemented yet because, you know, they want you to they gotta work on something for that. And I know I can do it there. Not sure I actually had to do that to get over here. Seems like that might have been more for just coming from this direction. Oh. Gotta get the lavender, even though I'm growing some. I mean, it helps. And a barrel. Scrap metal. A bottle. I didn't know like how far I am now from my base at this point. Obviously there's something in this direction. There's a sandbar leading over here. Oh, hey, it's a house. Pirates Island. Okay, it's a pirate house. I have got some really good jumping legs on this. I'll just go ahead and say that. Whoa. Ooh! Well, achievement is called lit, but I got light shards. And I'll have to go, like, spelunking for them now. Okay. Let me try. Wrong timing. Nope. Oh, I did it. All right, let's see. I can't do anything to it. Well, that's disappointing. All right, well, Pirates Island. I don't know where I'm at now. Oh. Okay, maybe another one that's going to be unlocked later when, like another cave after they get it designed or something. Or maybe it's the spot I find my way out to through the cave I've already been in. It's hard to tell if it's like coming soon or if it's just something I gotta find the right way to get into it or out of it. Because there's that one thing it said coming soon, you know, on like that house I said I could buy, but it didn't say down there. And apparently I could just swim wherever anyway. Like, okay. All right, so from here, this is the cave area. If you go all the way left, you can swim out and find some more islands over that way. All right, I'll have to try to remember that. And it's got torches on the other one, so it's either a side entrance into this same cave system, and they are awfully close together. I would think that would make sense to be part of the same cave system. Or it's another little cave that's not implemented yet. Alright, we did find some new stuff. I did make it further in the cave system itself. I got a new sword. I got the new backpack up, or maxed out my backpack upgrade as far as that one shop. And I have expanded my production quite a bit further. Or, well, not quite a bit. I have expanded. I've got melons, pumpkins, I got bananas. I got 4 things of... What's it? 6 things now of flowers. And, I mean, I might end up, because of the money I'm making, I might just expand them out this way, too. I don't know yet. I might end up relocating it someplace where I have like just a much larger open area. But now it is time, I think, to finally, we'll sleep. We're gonna save on a brand new, well, you know what, I'm not gonna save yet. I'm gonna go ahead and get stuff watered. That's not the spot I actually meant to put this on. So yeah. S-Boss is playing Stardew Valley. Okay. Well, I mean, maybe this inspired him to play Stardew Valley. This is like a 3D Stardew Valley, in my opinion. You know, it's a little bit more high quality graphics than Stardew Valley. But it's a similar kind of thing. You can build a farm, manage a farm kind of thing. Explore some dungeons, and that did not spray on there. Okay, so maybe it's just a weird angle of how it turns to water the crops. All right, well, that has me loaded up. Let's see. Yeah, new sword, better sword, I guess. The Sabarg, the pirate one. And I got the better backpack, Pioneer's backpack, I think is what it said. So I have 500 stack limit on each item. I got 2 light stones, so that is very important. I cannot remember how much I needed of the other stuff for that mace, but I might be able to get the mace on the next stream. And yeah, I got, look at that, 16, 16, 3. If I get enough going for a while, I could wait and just let things kind of stockpile. And that tree has already grown back. It's time out of my yard, tree. Out of the yard. Right. And oh yeah, I used up all my metal on the trellis up here on the railing. But I'm making it nicer. I'm making it look good. That's important. I want to make this house look good in the end. I hope I get better light options though. You know, the lamp post like that just doesn't look right. Just even a lamp post type of thing, like a desktop countertop type lamp, oil lamp type thing. At least that in the game. Something, a lantern I can hang up on the wall. You know, there's a few options there. There's something else that should be in the game. If not, hopefully one of the new updates will do that. All right. So yeah, that's look number 2, Lynn's Island. Is a relaxing game. I'll say it. Yes, there's a couple places where it's like I got kind of that with the combat, like 4 or 5 of those little Murloc looking things after me, or that you weird creature at the end. Other than that, I mean, it's relaxing. It's you know, just gather supplies, do some trading, grow stuff, build. And if you just want that, I mean, that's basically one of the selling points for Stardew Valley, is it's a relaxing game. So if that's what you're looking for, I don't see why this won't do well in the long run, especially when they add more buildable options, more building styles like they've done with the Pagoda update. And just, you know, make it where if you don't want to, you don't have to do combat. Technically, you should be able to trade and buy everything, meaning you could just do a commerce side of things, relaxing like that. But if you want to go into the dungeon, go in the dungeon, you know, or cave, you know. We had, well, a couple more spammers since you left that spot. So I just turned the chat off on the game screen because we, you know, I just can't have it keep popping up on that. All right, good night, Felonious. Thanks for hanging out. Gotta figure out how to get rid of Jason being really terrible just because of the spam comment. And they mentioned if they add a story. I didn't see anything about that. Let me pull up the update notes for it. Because they did do... Well, there was the update. The Pagoda update. Which it says the first of 3 large updates that will go out over the next couple of weeks. So that was a week ago. So assume we're going to get another large update, you know, next week, you know. We might get a large one tomorrow. That might be what it is. But it's the new Pagoda building style to celebrate the Chinese Lunar New Year. And they did get the memory, like stuff like memory usage per frame reduced by around 95% to solve a memory leak issue. They're moving into a new office and expanding their team over the past month, so they've been busy. Pagoda windmill, water tower, fence style, which I didn't see the windmill unlocked yet, so I'm assuming I gotta unlock that. We'll find some more stuff with that. And then they did a little quick patch just to fix a few little bugs. Nothing mentioning specifically a story, and it does seem like they may be focusing on just the core gameplay experience along with the progression as far as building and unlocking stuff. My thoughts on DLCs? You mean like for this game or in general? I mean, I like it when developers are like, you know what? The game is done as far as the story and everything. Here's the game, but we're going to still add some new content because as the game goes full release, you get a lot of people who are becoming more interested in it. You get that extra publicity. Hey, we're full release. So you'll have more players and you'll get more feedback. And it's a good way to add some new things. The Forest had a full, story during the early access stage of the game. And they ended up changing the story. Tweaking it. So there was a surprise for the veteran players who've been playing it during early access when it went full release. And, that kind of worked. But even after full release, they added, the hang glider? And something else. I can't remember what. Green Hell was all about the gameplay, mechanics, the survival, the building, until full release. Then full release was, here's the story that you haven't done anything with except the tutorial training part of it at the very beginning. You got the basics, but early access was all about just testing the actual mechanics in the game. And now here's the story. And even after that, they've continued to do more with it. They've expanded on the building. So there's multi-story building. They're getting ready to add animal husbandry so you can raise your own animals, from the wild. There's things like that they're still adding to the game. That's not a DLC. And then you have the companies that will do like, all right, here's the game. We'll do a few bug fixes. And now all these ideas we're getting, we're going to make that a DLC. And we're going to, some cases, here, free DLC. Other cases, it's like, yeah, we're going to charge you some more money for it. And I get it. It goes either way. You're putting in more work to keep developing a game. It's costing you time and money for people to, keep working on it. Yeah, you can sell it, And if you're putting in a lot of time to put in that, then sell it. But if the game itself was lacking when it came out, then releasing more content to fix the game and calling it a DLC that people need to buy is not a fix. That's where you get bad reviews. Maybe they do a DLC for this later, somebody else's island, some character that you meet during the story or during the exploration. They create maybe there's a character with an interesting backstory that you don't really get to hear too much about, and they decide to develop that backstory and create it as a DLC where you go and play on that. That's kind of why people thought Below Zero, and people still think Subnautica Below Zero is a DLC, and it's not. It's a standalone game separate from the first one. So, they could do a DLC for this, but also at the same time, they could just be like, you know what, we're going to call it so-and-so's Island, and it's kind of like a sequel or prequel, depending on how they do something with the story. I don't think this game needs a DLC, but it's always possible they'd come up with something for that. Come on, wake up. Oh, mess with Timmy. Okay, I'm. Alright, if you're gonna lay like that, boom, look at that, boom, boom, right there, Timmy face, Timmy face. See that? Timmy face. Oh. And he's just like, whatever, just scratch my head. And it's Timmy. Are you tired or something? Not like you've been busy all day. Yeah. I'll hold your paw. I'll hold your paw. All right. He looks like he's exhausted, which, you know, I don't know. Can a Discord call just to make you feel special? I mean, it depends on if I have time. I kind of have work all day tomorrow, and then I'll be working on video all tomorrow evening. So it's not like I'm going to be able to just make a call in the middle of the day because I'll be at work. Hey, you want a treat? I think you burped. Oh, you got a hiccup. You got a yawn? No? You don't want a treat? You just... Yeah, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Stay back down. There you go. It's like, again, Jason, I don't like, I mean, Ark, I like the whole single player thing for it. It's a survival game. It's single player. It's like the Forest. I never got the idea of the multiplayer in the Forest, or the idea of people wanting to do multiplayer in Subnautica. It's meant to be a game where you're on your own kind of thing. Oh, that's kind of, you know, more the way I prefer to play. Timmy, don't be inappropriate. Nah, don't give me that look. You're licking yourself in the bad place. Inappropriate. There you go. Cover up. Oh, that's, you know, it's like even Warframe for a long time, there was, you know, except when I needed somebody, you know, to play along and part of a group, there were times I would just solo missions in Warframe just for the fact of it was, I'm not worried about somebody else stealing my kill. I'm not worried about somebody getting in the way, you know, somebody knocking me off a ledge or anything, you know. And you know, that was one thing about Warframe, is you could just match up with random people and it's fine, because, you know, it's all, unless you have that freedom with your schedule kind of thing. That's why I like just hosting, you know, local server instead of doing a hosted server, just because, you know, I don't have to worry about stuff running in the background. Just come in, and if I can't play for a few days, it's fine, you know. All right, done with your. Oh, Timmy's eating some paw. Xbox, if we actually heard you scream like a fangirl, I would say you were extremely loud. You know, Jason, Jenny, I mean, if it gets to the point where I'm doing this full time and I am completely in control of my daily schedule, and I can be like, you know what? It's 9 o'clock, time to go to work at my desk and work on video, and I can then have like afternoons, evenings a little bit more free. Yeah, I could do like, all right, you know, I'll have my game saved for this, and I'll go play on the server, because that would be my time to just relax. But now, especially Ark, it's like my relax time is I'm gonna go over here and harvest supplies. So I just build something. You know, that's That's why there's certain games I did not want to get back into that I've done in the past, because I would do, 8 or 9 hours of gameplay in between one video to the next, just trying to get enough stuff harvested in order to actually make the next video. And it gets hard to do that when you got normal life in the way. What are my plans for the 100K play button video? I mean, I hit 100,000 subscribers. I get the play button. I'm not destroying it. I'm not gonna do anything like that. It's gonna be like that. That's the one. For me, it would mean something. It's not like I'm gonna blow it up or anything. I'm gonna get it, but like that's it. I know they'll sell you like extra ones. You pay for them. I feel like that'd still be a waste. I mean, I'll do something maybe with that video where I'll do some kind of spicy food challenge or something like that. I'll go do a video of me eating something like just really bad and saying my thank yous for the support and everything for that. I remember this one video. I don't remember what game it was. I just remember it popped up in my suggested because it was a hot food challenge, and it was Markiplier doing a game review eating a one whole habanero. And I'm like, okay. And that was before I ever started really getting going on this. And I remember that's why I did the Outlast thing where I ate habanero peppers while playing the game. And I was like, he was struggling. Like, he was like, just looked like he's about to die from it. And I was like, first it was kind of bad. And then I got used to it. I think I would have to do something like that. It'd be some kind of like some challenge video, I guess. You help each other out with building and co-op. I get that, like, on, there's people who do the Minecraft servers where everybody's kind of like sharing supplies some cases and building towards like one big design, kind of thing. And other cases where it's just like, here's a creative server and everybody's got like their own little area that they kind of build in, do whatever. I know there's been some servers that people have run where it was like very restrictive on what you could build, not from a, don't be gross kind of thing, but it was like, you want to build a big Super Mario? It's like, no, that's not going to fit our aesthetic. Can't do it. And then others, where people just went wild, as long as you weren't like bothering somebody else's build. I always thought it'd be kind of cool to have not a server where it's restricted, that you could go and build whatever you wanted, but kind of have like a central theme, whether it's Minecraft or something else. But, for Minecraft, my whole thought was I would do a server where it's like you always spawn in the same place, and it's like this empty temple. You walk out into the light, and it's basically like, here's a pathway, tells you a direction to go. You go over there, you follow this path, working your way along, trying to make it before the first night falls, and then you get to this shoreline, and it's got a sign. It basically tells you, build a boat and head out from the shore, and you'll find, you gotta go a good distance, but you'll find the community post. It'll have some like name, for it, or you could choose to forge your own path out in the wilds and basically go off on your own. And it would be, then you go, if you go to the community area, the communal living space, once you go in, you have to do something that accepts like joining that faction. And basically it has like two factions. There's this group and this group. Think of it like if we did Lord of the Rings, it'd be like the elves and the humans, like these people have all this stuff going for them, and then the ones that just kind of struggle out in the woods, sort of thing. And I thought that'd be cool. It'd be like, here's this communal group, everybody shares resources. You got like an e-commerce, like trading type of system where you can sell resources and buy resources. You got too much stone, you dump it into the community warehouse type of thing. And everybody just kind of helps store supplies. You take the supplies out that you need, and you could go off anywhere and build, you know, and stake your claim on your land as being your land. And then your faction would not be able to mess with it, but the other faction could come back and mess with it. And there'd be kind of this almost a war type of thing for the two factions to have going if people wanted to try to, you know, team up on the wandering ones. Hi, Slurpee. You have respect because I don't want to bribe you for memberships. Again, if you want to support, you know, it's the same thing as super chat. I'm not asking you to do super chats. I'm not sitting here saying if you do a super chat, I'm going to, you know, give Timmy a wet kiss on the nose for every dollar or whatever. You know, I'm not doing that. I hate it when creators do that sort of thing just to get, you know, people to give more money. Like, you know, if you like the content, you like what's going on, you can donate. You know, I consider it like a tip. It's like if you go in a restaurant, the food and the service is good, you tip them. You know, it's no different. You know, I'm not guaranteed anything by YouTube. It comes down to the quality of the content, how many views I get. And so, you know, if I was doing this all about the money, I'd done something other than gaming, that's for sure. Timmy, come here. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh, that didn't work. He's a slippery one. What is it? Come here. Come here. He's like, I know what's gonna happen. You're gonna pick me up. Come here. You're getting a 3060. I actually looked again to see about pricing out for a new system to either replace this one in addition or just completely replace it. And it's still too expensive. I mean, even if I drop to just getting a 3080 or 3080 Ti, it's just too expensive. I mean, I could build my own system with a 3080 Ti for the same price that I could buy a matching spec system from like Dell with a 3090 and actually come out still slightly cheaper with the Dell. That's the problem now. It's not as cheap as it used to be to build your own. And they did say, I saw a survey where they looked at all the prices and they said GPU prices have come down about 11% average from what they were a few months ago, but we're still about double the retail price for most cards, if not more. Timmy, come here. Come back. Man, let me you know what, I can find it. Dell has their new Alienware Aurora systems, and I was looking at those because the past ones have actually got really good reviews for them, and I spec'd out the price, and that's even, let me say this, that's even me getting discount pricing, being working for a computer IT tech company where I could buy it from our distributors, you know, people that like are cheaper than even Newegg. I still could not get cheaper than what the Dells are. I could not get cheaper than that. Let's see. All right, is the Alienware Aurora R13 is the Intel ones, i9 12th gen i9 unlocked with a 3090, 64 gigs of DDR5, terabyte M2, and a terabyte mechanical. Not really like a big thing for mechanical. I can add that stuff. I mean, all that is $46.50 for that. $4,650. Add tax, it's going to be a little over $5,000. Without even getting to the motherboard, the cooling system, or the case, I priced out a build with the same specs. It was $5,500. Without even getting all the parts priced out. You got i5 RTX 3060 for 1.3K. That's still kind of high. We just had to do a rebuild on somebody, you know, buddy of the owners. It was like $1,000 for a CyberPower. There's a CyberPower PC, pre-built CyberPower, and the cooler they used on it was spec'd for normal operation with the minimum clock speed for the processor, meaning you had to limit the processing capabilities in order for it to not overheat. And it was a super weak cooler on it was an i5, and that was the problem. Is like all the reviews saying that they went too low on the cooler. Yeah, it was terrible. It was like, I mean, just stress testing for about 2 minutes, it was hitting 90 degrees Celsius on the processor. That's not good. For comparison, when mine is running full bore rendering a video, it's 55 degrees Celsius, and that's because I have a big heatsink and fan combo. So yeah, some of those pre-builts you can get a good deal, but you're going to be paying for extra parts later, and then some of the other pre-builts are just not a good deal either. Yeah, CyberPower builds are pretty junky. And from what I saw on like the CyberPower thing is it actually said that the components were individually tested, but the assembled build was never tested. So we tested these pieces, but we didn't test putting them together. And I don't get why you'd sell something like that. I mean, that's kind of dumb to sell something without fully testing it. Since Timmy is not going to come back, since he has abandoned me and gone to lay over there on the floor, we'll bring up the bigger screen. Yeah, I would not go with CyberPower. Again, I would rather build a custom system any day. I mean, this is a custom built, and adding in the 1080 when I got it, this is, you know, i7 and 32 gigs of RAM, 1080, the solid state, and 2 mechanical drives. You know, $1,600, about $1,700 maybe, is what I paid on this. It's just ridiculous, you know, now to go and try to buy an i7. I mean, a 3080 Ti, even from a distributor, for me to get, costs more than my entire system cost to build now. All right, Jenny, thanks for hanging out. Go have a good evening, and we'll see you Saturday. All right, Timmy. He's just looking over like, can we go yet? Jenny, they saw you were leaving and they went ahead and immediately tried to spam afterwards. There we go. You know, I wonder if there's like a bot out there that actually looks for videos that have the chat in there, where they do like an OCR and see chat in the live stream, and then they say, oh, paste, you know, copy paste into the, or, you know, post in the chat and be done with it. I really wonder if there's like bots that use the OCR tech to look for chat streamers that have chat displayed on screen and jump right in, because it always seems like, or it seems especially after I started adding the chat to the actual screen itself, that it got worse with this. All right. Good night, Slurpee, as well. All right, you know what? Good night, everybody. Timmy's just giving me the evil eye, and it's time for me to let him out. Make sure he's covered for the night on his potty time. Right, Timmy, outside. You gotta go outside. Go backyard, bathroom. Go bathroom. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out tonight. We'll do this again Saturday. A little bit more killing monsters in dungeons and trading flowers for gold coins and stuff like that, and see what happens. I am hoping, based on the news listing on Steam, that we might see a new update maybe come out for this tomorrow. They don't have one scheduled up, but I'm hoping we'll see one tomorrow anyway. And yeah, we'll do it again Saturday. Just everybody have a good night, good Friday, and get ready for the weekend, and we'll see you Saturday.